All right. Hey, welcome to another episode Trapping with Jinx. Another nice, beautiful morning today. Gonna go out and check some traps this morning. Should be a nice, fun-filled, action-packed episode. Getting really close to my goal. I have surpassed my personal best on coyotes by 11 now. So I have at least a month. I have 2 months left in my season. But I'm looking at a month. I want to get it all done in January, the month of January. So I'd be where I was at in previous years because they extended our season this last year. And it should be a good episode. So I'm glad you're here. Let's go check some traps. Well, guys, I brought you to this place I call the breadbasket. And that's kind of the thing that you look for. You look for magnets. Food is a big magnet. So this property here is really good. Big, huge timber there. And then you look for these, like this nice thick draw that leads up to this point. It's really good. The road system that comes down through here. And really what I'm doing is I'm cabling the breadbasket. So I find these nice trails along the side of this road, and I cable it as they kind of work this field. We always know that this property here is going to have a lot of mice in this. There's going to be a lot of rabbits in this ditch behind me. I don't know if you can see that. And I call these the breadbaskets. So the hardwoods isn't a big food producer as far as, but this sort of stuff right here is golden opportunities to trap. So let's go check some traps down here, and we'll keep moving. I just want to show you what I'm working on right now. There he is. There's a cable on that trail there. Come down here. Let's keep checking. I'm gonna find one of these is gonna produce. Cable, it's still set on that one. And then I set a Bobcat set down here in this bottom corner. It's right there. Nothing. Just keep checking traps. Okay, now I'm working cattle country. So nice draw right here. Got a little pond system, and I have a blind set on that right there as the log kind of comes down. If you watched one of the last episodes, you would have seen that set. I'll just keep checking it until something comes down it and steps its foot in the trap. Really good location on that draw, leading out of a big timber. And I'm just gonna hit all the travel ways into that system. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now, and I'll show you some more sets. I have a trail set right off the post. It's still good. Really good spot. It's only a matter of time. I probably need another one right here, but got a lot of ground to cover, so it is what it is. Got it set down here at the gate. The prevailing wind side. I caught a lot of raccoons here last year. It's right here on a bone set. It's good. Just keep checking traps. That's the name of the game. I'm starting to see some bouncing fur. So caught a fox maybe 4 days ago. We caught it by the back foot. You're be aggressive, aren't you? I don't know if it's the same fox or not. We don't have a lot of fox in our area. So, really good location on this one. I was gonna pass it. I was just driving through here and I just couldn't pass up this trail along this super wooded creek right here. And then the log really sells it. That was what really caught my attention. You see how all these trails come together? And then originally I wanted to set off of that log right there, but I was figuring I was missing this great big long trail. And so I put it right there. And I got all the trails all at once. And this is a 2-day, this is the second day I think on this set. So, not a bad looking fox. Front foot catch, deep. I'm gonna have to harvest this one though. I don't like doing that in my area, but it is what it is. And I'm guessing this one's got back foot damage. So I've already caught this fox before, I think. Yep, I caught this fox about 4 days ago, maybe a week, and it was every bit of 2.5 miles away. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure he's got back foot damage. Caught this one already once. This is the second time I'm catching it, so I'm gonna have to harvest it. Anyways, kind of neat when you catch one 2-3 miles away and then catch one again, and it's probably been about a week. Well, no, not quite, but probably 5 days, 4 days. So kind of cool. Anyways, I'll get that dispatched and we'll move on down the line. All right, so here's my fox. I just dispatched it. Here was the front foot, and I got him right on the joint, so wouldn't be very nice of me if I let him go this time. But if you watched the last episode, go back, you'll see where I released it. And there's the back foot damage. And it would have healed just fine after about a week. Just a little breaking of the skin there, but this one here, he's got to go. He's in a number 3 bridger, so. Anyways, it just goes to show you how far they can travel. It's I measured off the distance from the coyote that I caught. If you watched the last episode, I caught a coyote. I caught a coyote in a cable, and he chewed out. And then the very next day, I came in where I'm checking these traps here, and I caught him in a foothold, and he still had part of my cable around his neck. So, and that was a day, and he had traveled 1.76 miles, and I figure probably with the creek system and everything and the way that the timbers lay out, he probably would have traveled 3 miles. So this fox did the same route, which is really important information for me, because now I can tell that these are all moving this direction, and that's really good data for me. And I've never done that before. And that's twice now in the last day. I caught one yesterday and caught one today. I caught a coyote now twice and a fox now twice. And it's probably a good idea I harvested this one this time. So anyways, there it is. I'll show you the reset real quick on that, and then I'll keep moving down the line. Okay, here's the final set. Well, I'll probably move some of these sticks back. We don't really need those. Yeah, I can keep that. I usually like to move it off, but yeah, just a mouse hole set. It's like what they call a step down right off the trail. Trap's going to be a little bit over, so I'm asking him to commit a little bit to the set. I've got some feces on the side, and then I've got Vance's collar on the side here, and then I'm test baiting Jason Vance's test bait. So I caught that fox this second time on Vance's stuff, and I caught the coyote yesterday, yesterday, which has been last episode, on Vance's, that was totally Vance's stuff too. So I'm gonna call Vance's stuff double trouble. It just seems about right to me. I caught both of these critters twice, and that's gonna be the name I'm gonna call it. So double trouble is what we're looking for there, his collar and his bait. and I caught a fox twice the second time, and I caught a coyote twice, and it's just crazy wild. I've never done that in the 20+ years I've been trapping. So, well, I think I found a pretty good spot. I was gonna film it on the way down, but there's so much of this little brush and stuff, it's hard on my tires. I have to really pay attention, because the last time I came down here and I looked at this in my truck, I ended up having to get a new tire. So anyways, I'll share this with you real quick. Really good fence line on the backside. Nice pond dam. I love these pond dams. The water's now froze. They're still traveling across here. I think I do know I have 4 sets here. I got a cable right here on this one, and then I've got a trail set somewhere right in here. I'll find it here in a second. And then I've got 2 along the dam. And when I came down here, there was a lot of coyote tracks coming through here. So just a matter of them deciding when they want to come back through, right? The moon has been full, and I've been expecting some slow days, and it's been kind of slow. It's been a little warm lately, and I'll get on top of them. Sometimes you just can't catch overnight, right? But these are really good sets. I'm gonna go punch in some more sets over there on that fence line. And okay guys, I'm going to share with you another set. I'm just kind of setting traps as I kind of go on this property. It's a pretty good sized property. I wanted to share this with you. There's this creek kind of system, and it goes a ways. You see this beautiful trail that I love so much, and then you're either in the creek or you're out, and the brush here is a no-brainer for me. So everything on this side is pushed. So originally I looked at this, now you can't see with the shadows, but I originally thought I'd put a cable there. But this looks so catty to me. And I look at, like, there has to be a bobcat coming through here. Now, I just kicked a rabbit out when I started to set this, but this sort of stuff here is a food source. It's a bread pantry. And they're gonna be going along here, along this edge. So I didn't have any flagging with me. That was the best I could come up with, that green stuff. I mean, it works. But yeah, there's my set. It's right here, coming right off these 2 trails. Going with Catmandu in the hole, and can't remember. I think that's about it. So good set location, and this one right here it's going to produce. It's a fur catcher. Okay, so I show you the other side of that. So here's my ditch. Just set one over there, and then I just skipped up and then over the top, and still like this for cats. Really good looking stuff. I have my flagging. That's just kind of what I'm going with. There's my dirt hole, pretty similar to what's over there. I like to catch them over here, even though I think they kind of will hunt down the middle. And there's this brush pile here, so I figure they're coming through here. If they're going that way, they're just gonna have to make a decision which way. So that's kind of what I went with on this location. The prevailing wind will be this way, so I have the wind in my favor. I have the direction of my dirt hole in the correct way, so if the prevailing wind is coming this way, you see the thing coming this direction, they're going to want to work your set downwind. So I have the wind in my favor. I put a little bit of skunk on the side of my dirt hole, and then I like to hide it, and that's just me. And then I put let's see, it was horse meat bait by Marty Smith in the hole, and then I probably have a caddy lure on there somewhere. So that's kind of my set. It's a good location. It's gonna produce. Well, I took you to my pond real quick. There was like an episode the other day that I showed you guys that I saw this rat run. I love catching muskrats. They're a lot of fun. There you go. So it's just a simple muskrat run, and I don't mind catching these along the way. And it's kind of one of those things that I do for my farmer, and they're really a lot of fun to catch. Muskrats, 110, and a little hole right there. And yeah, if you got kids, that's really a good way to get kids into trapping. So okay guys, I want to show you guys a really good set opportunity. You know, I've been showing you some of my sets lately on what I work on when I get into a new area, and then I just do maintenance mode on those traps for as long as the weather will allow, or as long as I want to keep trapping. What I want to share with you on this piece, I'm looking for a bobcat. I found this nice little cedar tree that kind of came off. I will sprinkle the backing on that with some urine probably. And I did set a dirt hole on this one. But one of the things that I really want to share with my channel, and I just bedded out my trap. Now I know a lot of everybody that's watching the channel is they know this, but I just thought because I'm showing you my catches, I'm not showing you bedding my trap. So I dig kind of like a bowl, and then the two sides are a little higher, and then down in the middle of the bowl, that's where I'm going to hide all my chain. And I figured out before, I used to do it flat, and then I had problems with the wobbling. And I just kind of chisel out, and this side over here is usually going to be high, and then the two levers are going to be high. So there's a bowl kind of on the other side. Now, the important thing, especially with coyote trapping, and I'm sure I'm speaking to the choir, so to speak, but when I get ready to set the trap, I don't want any wobbling on these 2 points right here. This is the loose jaw, and then this one up here too, and then that one up there. Now you can see I'm pushing down and applying a lot of pressure on that, and I'm not seeing any wobbling. So another thing is that during the winter months is I chiseled that out real good. I set my trap, and then I put down the peat moss, especially where you can see this is wet all along through here, and then I put down my trap, because then if I don't do that, the trap will actually stick to the ground. So that's what the peat moss or your drying agent, if you use wax dirt, and even dry dirt will last for a little while. So I wanted to share that with you guys real quick. If you're really struggling, if you have a lot of flip traps, you know, raccoons are an issue, but just make sure if you're going to be coyote trapping a lot, make sure your trap don't wobble. Get in a good quality set is so much more important than putting in a lot of quantity sets. So take the time, you know, put in the effort, get in some good sets, and make sure those little lever points and those points on the side that I just pointed out don't wobble. So, well, I got a good catch for you guys. Running this CRP field in that nice ditch on the background. And I have a few cables that cut across here, and I'm looking for those V cables, those V runs, like I said earlier, and connected on nice. This looks like a nice coyote here. You get vocal on me even. Nice neck catch. And this is the first one I've caught in this field, so I anticipate catching more. I'll just dispatch that, and then what I'll do is I'll move it over to the other side of the trail. And sometimes I'll catch 2 or 3 on the same trail. And well, I got another catch for you. This one's on a Vance set. 2 dog days so far, not bad. 1 on a cable, 1 on a Vance set. I'm calling Vance's bait and lure double trouble, because I caught a coyote on a cable, and then he chewed out, and then it was in this set here actually. I ended up catching it 2 miles away, so that's the second time I had caught that coyote. And then ironically, if you guys go back and watch the videos, I caught a fox, let it go. 3 days later, I caught a fox 2 miles away the second time. So I have deemed his bait double trouble, and I've already told him that. So whatever he names his bait is fine, but I'm just calling it double trouble right now. So Jason Vance went out to Kansas, did a series of videos with him. They're in my Vance collaboration. He's an awesome trapper. His goal is to catch 500 coyotes this year, so he's on a good track out there, and he's been catching. And so go back, watch those videos, and he taught me how to make this set. It's a real simple, kind of almost like a punch hole with his bait and his lure on his bait in the hole and his lure on the sides. And this is the second coyote caught in this location. Now I have a couple other sets here as well. But nice catch. Well, we got a nice cat, guys. Not bad. I set this trap yesterday, so pretty proud of that. That's a nice catch. Got him deep. I don't have to worry about. I just gotta stay out of the catch circle, right? Not bad. I like this spot. It was kind of a pinch point. That's why I went with it. And then there's a gully that comes on this backside. And I've been looking for a bobcat. I set this actually set for a bobcat. So, pretty proud of myself right now. It's been a little while since I caught a bobcat. And glad I was able to connect on this one. Nice cat. Front foot catch. Not bad. Gonna get that dispatched and keep moving down the line. Okay, I'm gonna show you real quick the reset on this. So I just I reset my trap. I dug out my bed. I put dry peat moss on the bottom, and then I want to get it good and sturdy. No wobbling on all the points. Throw a little moss over the top of that. I used Abracadabra from Cletus. That was my caller. I went with Top Dog as the predator bait. You can find those in my Kitco. And then I used fox urine on the backing. Now you can probably see this. That's my my visual. So I ran out of turkey feathers. A lot of times I like turkey feathers. And I usually try to find a rock or something. And I have a little dookie, a little bit of dookie right there. I'm gonna throw some dirt on that real quick, just a little dry dirt. You don't have to blend these as much as you do for the coyotes, but I probably will leave it just dry the way it is. You can blend them if you want, but I want him to see that hole as he's kind of going by. So that's the reset on that. Like I said, I have a little piece of dookie there, and I'm gonna rebait that. Okay, I'm gonna use my Top Dog. Now you could catch them on just a collar if you want. My dirt hole is about 6 to 8 inches, and I just kind of spread it around the sides. I think the bait sometimes will keep them there. Here's my Abracadabra. I used deer hide, and I just kind of scoop it on that. And I like to rub just a little bit on the backing, not much, and that goes in the hole too. Last but not least, on my cat sets, I like some downy feathers. So if you like to duck hunt or something, and you have some teal, you could use that. Just some downy looking feathers. And I put it in on the top of it too. So I have my visual up here, and then I have the downy feathers there. And sometimes I take it another step farther, and I put a little bit of fox urine on the backing. Just a little bit, not a lot. There you go, there's my set. That's how I caught that bobcat quick. Hey folks, not a bad episode today. I'm just kind of getting started. So 2-dog day today. A lot of good set making in this video. You guys can see what I'm working on. Caught a nice bobcat today. You guys saw the reset on it. Caught one on a cable and one on double trouble, and had a great time today. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe. Otherwise, click the big thumbs up. I'm Jinx. Have a great day.